What is up, guys? Chris here, Professional Dad, and I am back with another EDC gear video. Now, I know. Whoa, Chris, what's with all this? Another EDC gear video, like you put one out every other day. I know, I get it. I totally get it. I understand. I don't do a lot of EDC gear videos. I've tried to explain it before, and I'll tell you again. I think it's a disservice to you. I try to be a knife video because of one reason. Because I can only afford to keep up with the knives. There's so many models and brands that come out every day. Knife drops and knives that you want to see and you suggest, or knives that I want for my personal collection that I'm interested in, and on and on and on. You got to keep coming in knives, and that's an expense. So I can't keep up with all the flashlights and wallets and watches and pry bars and ink pens and different things like that that's coming out. I just can't keep up with all that and with all the knives. Now, I do buy that stuff, the stuff that I like. I do have it. I have a lot of gear. I have a lot of watches, wallets, pens, pry bars, all that other stuff. And I've showed you a lot of it before. I've showed you different carries. I've showed you different things that I use. But I don't really focus on that stuff because I'm not informed enough to really give you the knowledge and the options that you deserve. When there are other sources out there that you can look to that are up to date and up to speed on the new models of flashlights and all the different batteries and lumens and materials and makers and this and that and everything else, or the same for watches and wallets and ink pens and all that other stuff. There are sources out there that focus on that stuff. They love flashlights like I love knives. And those are the best sources to turn to. Again, though, I do have this stuff. I do buy this stuff. I use this stuff. I enjoy this stuff. So I do have it, and I do like to talk about it occasionally. And today I'm going to talk about two items that I got in today that are fantastic. These are beyond fantastic. I wasn't even going to do this video yet. I was going to do it in a couple days, but I am so shocked by how cool these are. I've got to do it now. I just couldn't wait. I was so excited about this stuff. I wanted to go ahead and get it out now. Before I tell you about them, though, I want to remind everybody, May the 10th, the giveaway. If you're not up to speed on that yet, about the massive May 10th giveaway. I think right now we're around 40 knives or so, and we've still got more coming in. That doesn't count all the lanyards and monkey fist and all the different swag and the paracord stuff and the flashlights. It doesn't count all that. Just knives, we're around 40, and we still got a bunch more coming in. This is going to be major and massive. In the video description below, right here of this video, there will be a link to another video. If you don't already know, most of you do. If you don't already know, there will be a video linked below. Click on that, it'll take you to another video. And that video will tell you all about the giveaway and what you've got to do to be a part of it. It's absolutely free, and we want everybody to partake in honor of our friend Bladewalker. One other thing, and I know this is corny and cheesy and blah, 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 but I just have to say it. My merch store is linked in the description below as well. Nobody has to buy anything. I understand. I get it. I totally get it. I understand. I don't blame you for not buying anything or not wanting to buy anything. I understand. I did try to keep it as cheap as possible, as affordable as possible. Cheap's the wrong word, because I wasn't worried about making money off t-shirts and hats and stuff. If somebody wants to support me and wear my gear, then that's support enough for me. That's reward enough. So if anybody wants a hat, t-shirt, or hoodie, it is in the store linked below. It's only open for 30 days, but you can get that stuff below. And they are pretty cool, and you got some different options for colors and hats and stuff like that. And I do have some coming for myself, and you'll get to see it firsthand here soon. But again, if anybody's interested, it's linked below. There you go. All right, so I got in a couple flashlights today. And these are awesome. They are from the company called Wurkkos, Wurkkos, Wurkkos. Now, I have a lot of flashlights. I have Olight, I have Nikkor, I have Nebo, Protec. I have several of them. I like a lot of them. I'm mainly a Olight guy. Keep it simple. That whole KISS analogy, keep it simple, blah, blah, blah. And Olight they just have a lot of good stuff and they're affordable and everything. So I like Olight a lot. But I got these today, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's insane. I'm going to show these to you. The first one I'm going to show you is the TD07 model. This thing is fantastic. And wait till you see the price point that these come in at. I think you might be as shocked as I am. Now, I would tell you guys, if they weren't my jam, if I didn't like them, I wouldn't beat them up. I wouldn't talk negative about them. But I would tell you, they're cool. Check them out. Try them out. Give them a shot. You might like them. For me, they're not really my thing. They're cool, but they're just not my thing. I would tell you, I'm telling you right now, these are awesome. This is the TD07. This has a ring on it. Now that's a steel ring and everything, but it does have a rubber coating around it that moves around and stuff, so you can move it. That's a steel ring. It's the idea of giving you a hands-free feel while still holding the flashlight. I'm gonna tell you, recently I told you guys that I owned that store called the Prep Shack with my friend Greg, and we used to sell these things, these tasers or stun guns. You would wear them in your hands like this, and they would have a spot like that, and it would just look like you was wearing a ring on your finger. And if somebody messed with you or something like that, and you didn't want to, and it would shock them. It's kind of what this looks like, but this is a flashlight. There are so many real-world applications that I can think of with that ring. That one little ring changes the game. Now there are other tactical flashlights out like that, you've got the Wurkkos T4, you've got the Next Torch TA21. You've got some other ones with rings like this. They're not this quality. They're plastic rings and stuff, and they aren't rubberized, so they don't feel good around your finger. They just don't. They're not this quality. Trust me. Look them up. You'll see for yourself. I'm going to tell you a couple examples of how you can use this. Just a while ago, to check this out, I walked the dog, Nook. I took him outside. It's dark outside. I walk him all the time. I hold my phone in one hand usually, or something to drink, and in the other hand I got the leash. So I couldn't carry a flashlight if I was out walking him or whatever. But guess what I could do? I just wanted to check it out. I literally walked the leash, and if I needed to, I could, boom. Just do that. Turn it off. It works perfect. I'll tell you another thing that you can do. If you're one of those people that walk or run at nighttime or whatever, there you go. Put it on. You can power walk in your neighborhood. You can run. You're wearing sports gear. You don't have pockets. You don't have a purse. If you're a guy, you don't have a bag on or anything like that. So you don't have any way of carrying it. You're just out in your sports gear, running or power walking or whatever. There you go. If you're a law enforcement or military, and you're clearing rooms and stuff, you carry a flashlight. There you go. This is so cool. It gives you so many options. You literally have the hands-free feel. You have the hands-free feel, but you do have a flashlight. And again, you can switch it around, different things like that. But both hands, left, right hand, whatever hand you want, it's going to feel good. You can do it on different fingers. It's just a great, great flashlight. The real-world applications for this tactical flashlight are just, there's so many of them. Now, I'm going to tell you all about this flashlight and what its capabilities are. But first, I want to tell you how it's made, because it really is crazy how much this costs and what they're doing and how much they put into this for the price point it's coming in at. I'm telling you right now. I actually mentioned this to some people that I had these, and they were like, oh, Wurkkos, those things are insane. With the discounts and the coupons, you can get those. They're some of the best flashlights out there. I just hadn't had any of them. Boy, I'm a believer now. All right, so I'm going to screw this back cap off, and it's got a battery in it. Now, this battery is an 18350 cell battery, 18350. That battery right there has 1,100 milliamp hours, or milliamp hours, however you want to say it, milliamp hours. 1,100 milliamp hours. That is considerable amount of time, a lot of juice. Now, it does charge with a USB-C cord, a C cord, C charger. just like phones and most stuff these days. Usually nowadays stuff is either charging with an iPhone cord or a C charger. Just charges with the C charger. And it does have a little spot right there with the rubber coating over it. You just pull that back, you stick your cord in there, you charge it. Now it also has on the other side, see that light turns on? That shows you that your battery is good. When that light is green, you've got full battery. All right, so this thing's got plenty of juice and it's easy to charge. Now let's talk about how it's made, the materials that it's made of. This is 6160 aluminum. 6160 aluminum. Now it does have a stainless steel bezel around the glass globe or shield, whatever you want to call it. Now that bezel is ridged or has raised areas on the lip. You can do that for like tapping on a window or a door or something like that, or tapping on something else if you needed to. But you know, it's that's a stainless steel bezel around that. It's going to protect the glass globe that's, or dome, or whatever you want to call it, that protects the LED. Now, that 6160 aluminum is coated with a hard, anodized, anti-abrasive finish. And what that means is it's going to resist scratch. It's going to resist wear. When you're putting your finger in this constantly, wearing gloves or whatever, the sweat and different things like that, just constantly putting your fingers in there, you're going to wear that anodizing off, that finish. You know, different spots, pushing, putting your thumbs up here, you're going to wear spots on this. That hard anodizing, that anti-abrasive anodizing is going to lead to a longer lasting finish on this flashlight. It's going to make it look better for a longer amount of time. You're going to get more use out of this flashlight. Now, will the finish wearing off affect the mechanics of the usability of the flashlight, the lumens or anything like that? Not a bit. Not a bit. It's still going to work just fine. But it is nice when you have things to keep them looking nice as long as possible. So that anti-abrasive finish is definitely going to lead to that. Now, the materials inside, it does have a SFT25R round die LED light or bulb or whatever in there. And I'm going to say that again because it's confusing. An SFT25R light in there. That little thing in the very center right there. What that does, that round die LED light, it's going to give you a couple things. Number one, it's going to give you the capability of up to 1,300 lumens in this little bitty tiny flashlight. 1,300 lumens is a lot for this. Not only do you get up to 1,300, it also has a beam that shines up to half a kilometer away. That's insane. That SFT25R round die LED light, what that leads to is not only a longer beam, but also, or a longer range, but it also gives you a wider flood area. Now, what I mean by flood area is if you turn a flashlight on and you shine it, all right, I'll give you an idea. There is a really popular, they're flashlights and you can twist the top on them. Y'all know what they are. I just don't want to say the name because I'm talking about they're mag lights, all right? If you twist the mag light, you can focus the beam so it goes out longer, or you can untwist it to where it shortens it, but it gets wider. That's flood. So if I turn this on, it don't matter how far I can see if I can't see anything around the beam of light. So I might be standing right next to something and I can't see it because there's not a wide flood. The flood is how much area it's going to cover, not just how long it goes. So this LED right here is going to give you a wide flood area of dense light, but also a long range, up to half a kilometer. That's pretty insane. Now, with the battery in it, this weighs 100 grams with the battery in it. Aluminum, everything. So it's really cool. It's got a couple different modes. like a tactical mode that has a one-step turbo and strobe. And I'm going to show you how this thing works. And trust me, this thing is cool, what it can do. And it's easy to do too. You know, you get some flashlights and they're really confusing. You're like, how am I supposed to turn this on, or what's it supposed to do? How do you operate the memory? You know, you're going to see in just a second how easy this thing is. It's crazy how easy this thing is to operate. Let me see. Is there anything else that I forgot to say? Oh, I'll tell you some things about this thing. I did forget to tell you. All right. Some flashlights have a magnetic base or just a flat base. That's called a tail stand. So you can literally do a tail stand so the light will stand up. So you can use them like a lantern or something. You can light up an area without holding it. Well, number one, this is going to give you that hands-free, so you don't necessarily need the stand. But it does not have a stand because of this rubber button right here. So there is no tail stand. That is one thing. It would be nice if this does have a tail stand, but it doesn't. Another thing, I have another flashlight that I saw off of Talon Sight, and I've showed it on this channel before a few times. And I've shown you all how hot it gets. That area around the glass, the area around the bulb gets so hot you cannot touch it. Trust me, you can't. You can't touch it. You might, but you're going to regret it. I have literally taken paper and cotton, dried paper or cotton, and made it smolder. I could start a fire with that flashlight. This has ATR, Advanced Temperature Regulator, inside. It's technology. What it does is when you first turn this on, like let's say you turn this on, actually it's it's in tactical. So let's say I turned it. All right, I turned it on turbo. All right, that'll get hot for a second. But that ATR, that advanced temperature regulator, will really quickly kick in and it will keep it from getting too hot and overheating. I couldn't do that on that other flashlight, holding my finger right there in my hand. There's no way. With this one, you can. That ATR, advanced temperature regulator, is going to keep that from overheating. It's just a cool technology. I mean, it's just something small, but it just goes into what makes this flashlight so daggone cool. Now, let me show you some stuff that this thing does. I love this daggone flashlight. Wait till you see the other one. All right. This has got 3 different modes. All right. It's got 3 different modes right here. Right there in the middle is lock. All right. Now it still does something in lock. In lock, no matter how hard or how many times you push that button, it will not stay on. You cannot get it to turn on. So it's not going to turn on and run your battery down in your pocket because it's locked. But what it will do in the lock is it will, as long as you got your thumb on it, as soon as you take it off, it turns off. But when you turn your thumb on, it gives you a moonlight beam. Moonlight beam is an incredibly low beam that still gives you area. It still gives you a little bit of flood. It still gives you a little bit of light. If you're out looking in the dark and you don't want to wake your neighbors up, if you're walking through your house because the electric's out and you don't want to wake people up and, or whatever, or you're in an area where you don't want people to know you're there or what you're doing, or you're looking for something. Maybe, you're suspecting a little somebody stepping out. You're trying to catch them while they're asleep, going through something, finding out if they got any phone numbers or something. I do not recommend you do that. That's kind of creepy and stalkerish. Don't do that. I might have done it a few times. I'm joking. I would never do that. I'm serious. I've never done that. That is creepy and stalkerish. Don't do that. That's actually pretty daggone weird. But if you did want to do that, you got the moonlight beam. So you do have enough light to look for phone numbers without waking anybody up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a stalker and creepy, do it the right way. I'm joking. I'm not recommending that anybody be a stalker, creepy, or look through anybody else's stuff to find out if they're cheating on you. Don't do that. There's other ways. Email me. I'll give you plenty of tactics, and they work. I'm just joking. I've got to stop rambling. It gets old after a while. So that's in the lock position. You got the moonlight beam. The moonlight beam is pretty cool. It really is. Now let's go to the tactical mode. All right. So when you switch it to tactical mode works a lot like the lock mode does. You cannot hold it, click it, and let go and the light stay on. The only time the light's going to be on is when you're pushing the pressure on the button. As soon as you let go, the light's turning off. There is no turning it on. It's only holding the button down to engage the light, but as soon as you let the pressure go, the light's going off. If you do a half press, you get a light. If you do a full press, you get a strobe. Half press, light. Full press, strobe, let go, it's immediately off. Half press, let go, it's off. Half press, off. Full press, strobe, off. Now here's the thing about that strobe. As you hold it, the strobe is going to change. It will rotate through different, like flashes and stuff. So if I'm looking at the wall, you can see the different patterns in the strobe. It will just change that up. So this is the tactical mode. Now here's some reasons why you would want a tactical mode. Number one, I'll give you an example. All right. I've never been in the military. I watched this guy called Brent Tucker. He's a former Delta guy. He does this YouTube channel called the Anti-Hero Podcast. It's awesome. If you like military law enforcement, watch it. You're going to see some cool stuff. And he talks about a lot of stuff. He tells a story about one time when he was engaging, enemies out in the field and stuff like that. He was doing his thing. They was invading a known terrorist compound. I shouldn't have said that word because YouTube does not like that word. But it is later in the video, so maybe they won't matter. Anyways, he's engaging. They're invading this compound. All right. He's looking for enemies. In that world, if you accidentally turn on your flashlight, it's no different than if you accidentally, boom, go loud. Going loud is what it means when you discharge a round. It's called going loud. If you accidentally, that's called an AD, accidental discharge. If you do that, you're out of the unit. You're done. You're probably getting fired. Well, you're not probably. You are getting fired. It's so unsafe. But if you're in that situation, in a tactical situation, and you accidentally turn your light on, same thing. You just alerted the enemy. You've told everybody where you are. You've put everybody at risk. It's a no-no. So he tells this story of how he's going through this compound. And it's dark. He can't see anything. His night vision gets broke. He no longer can see. But he's got a light on the end of his weapon, but he can't turn it on because he can't tell everybody. He's got all these buddies over here that do have night vision. Not only would you blind them because of that light saturation, but you're also going to tell all the enemies you're there. He comes upon a well, and he thought he heard something down there, and he thought that some people had heard and jumped down in that well to hide. So what he does is he takes it over and he one time, boom, just a quick like that, just a one time, boom. So it doesn't let anybody know. It doesn't hold the light on, but he finds out really quick. He gets a quick assessment of what's in that well. There are so many situations where you can be like that. You could be walking through your house. Kids are asleep. Somebody else is asleep. You're not wanting to wake anybody up or bother anybody, but you're just trying to find something. You're trying to find your cell phone or car keys or something, and you just, boom, one time, a tap. If you're law enforcement, same thing. You're walking around. You're trying to find somebody. You're walking through a house. You don't want to let people know you're there. Just a boom, just a quick flash. Or if you're wanting to disorient somebody, they're disoriented. They can't stare into that. Or if you are running and you're in a bad situation, you're having an emergency, you're on the side of the road and you need help and you're wanting to flag somebody down, boom, that's going to shine a long way away. If Tom Hanks had this in Castaway, he could have flagged that boat down in the very end whenever he was going SOS. If he'd had this, Wurkkos would have saved him from that island. He would not have spent 3 years and lost all that weight. Eat all that raw fish. I'm telling you, Wurkkos would have saved his life. Then again, he wouldn't have won an Oscar either, so never mind, he didn't need the Wurkkos. That was good for his career. So that's really cool. So there's different things that you can do with that tactical thing. Now let me show you one other thing. This is the regular mode. Now regular mode, you can turn it off and turn it on. All right. Now here's the way it's going to work. click it on, just one touch at a time. It's going to cycle through. All right. Now, if you there you go. There you go. I was pushing it too hard. You got to, the only time you push it all the way down is when you turn it off. Double tap. There you go. That's turbo. All right. So the way that it works is this. Let me turn it off. Turn it off. All right. So I'm going to show you how this works. All right. Half touch turns it on and cycles through all of them. The only time you push it all the way in is to turn it off. I'm going to show you how the memory works. I'm going to turn it on. That's moonlight beam. That's the middle. That's high beam. Now that's not turbo. That's turbo. But I'm going to put it back on high beam. Now if I put it on high beam, this is how the memory works. I'm going to turn it off now. All right. When I turn it back on, it's going to be on high beam. Now let's put it on low beam. This is moonlight beam. Now I'm going to turn it off. Watch. I turned it off. When I turn it back on, it's going to be on moonlight beam. Now let's put it on middle beam. Now I'm going to turn it off. When I turn it back on, it's going to be on middle beam. Now if I do this, now it's on turbo. Now it's on, just cycle through and then push it all the way in to turn it off. It's very easy to get, works great. It's got a memory, it's got 3 modes plus turbo. So really it's 4 modes. That's just in the regular mode. It's got 4 different modes and or the regular setup, not what do you call that, setting, I guess. You've got locked, tactical, and regular. And in regular, you've got 4 modes: turbo, moon, medium, and high. And it's got a memory that will literally lock it on whichever one you want it. So if you are in a situation where you've got it on low beam, moon beam, and you're using it and you turn it off really quick, all right, it's ready to turn it back on. You don't want to turn it back on and it blind everybody because it's on high beam. It will automatically turn back on in turbo. Turn back on in moon beam. You know what I'm saying. This is the coolest daggone flashlight. You know what this thing costs right now on Amazon? And I'll link it in the video below. $46. $46. Let me show you what you get with this. You get a booklet, couple O-rings, and you get a cord. It's all you need. You charge the flashlight. The flashlight is phenomenal. I'm telling you right now, I've got some flashlights over here that don't do half what this thing does. And they aren't the quality that this one is made. This is next level, out of this world, insane, awesome. I love this flashlight. I won't say that this is my new favorite flashlight. I won't. And that's because you haven't seen the other one yet. I'm going to show you that really quick. But this one is really quick. This one, you don't have to run through all that stuff like this one because I've already told you how they're made and the materials and stuff. So that one will be really fast. But I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. All right. So this next one is $35 on Amazon. This is the FC12C. FC12C. They had the FC12, and then they changed it up a little bit, and they came out with the FC12C. There's some few different variations. For instance, the FC12 had a green lit up ring around this rubber button right here. Stood out more, made it more visible in nighttime situations. Not as tactical. They've done away with that. This also has a what do you call it? A buck driver system in it that regulates the output of the energy and stuff, so it doesn't suck out the battery really quick or anything like that. It's got swappable modes. This also has IP68 certified Water and dust resistant. This is a full-on tactical light right here. These are the kind of lights that you'll see taped to ARs and AR-15s and stuff like that up near the top, or in a holster belt or something like that. A belt holster, I should say, not a holster belt, but a belt holster. Law enforcement pull it out longer, bigger. It's very slim, so it's going to fit in your pocket really well, or in a molly bag or something like that of pouches. It's just a really slim, tactical, low profile light. Now you can compare these with a lot that are out there right now, and you're going to see how this is actually slimmer than a lot of the other tactical lights. It's shorter than some, it's longer than some also, but the look, the makeup, and the overall, just the measurements of this are phenomenal compared to a lot of the lights that are out there that are comparable to this. And the price blows the other ones out of the water. It's not even comparable. The price is not even comparable. IP68 certified, water and dust resistant. Now, it's not waterproof. Don't throw it in a swimming pool. Don't jump in the bathtub with it in your pocket. Don't do that. Why would you? I don't know. But you might. You might. Some people do crazy things. I don't know what you do that for. You tell me. You're the one that done it. I thought it was crazy. I told you not to do it, but you done it anyways. That's going to probably mess the flashlight up. But if you're out in the rain or something gets spilled on it or something like that, it's going to be water or moisture and dust resistant. Now, it has an SFT40 emitter, in here, all right? Up to 1,600, that's 1,600 lumens. The other one was 1,300, 1,300. This is 1,600 lumens. The other one goes up to half a kilometer. This one goes up to 332 meters. 332 meters. That's insane. Now, with this SFT40 emitter, it's a little bit different than the other LED light that's in the other one. All right, and you can get lights that have a PED and stuff like that, and LED and PED is a little bit different. But here, I'm going to show you some things. If you can look in this, I don't know if you can tell and see, but you see how far back that light sets in here, how long that conical shape is, that well for the light, that's the well right there. The longer that is, the more it's going to focus and project out the light. So it gives you a longer well for that tactical purpose and reason. Again, you've got the glass cap or dome, whatever. It's glass, so scratch resistant, stuff like that. It's going to be more durable than a cheap piece of plastic, stuff like that. All right. Let me show you 6061 aluminum. 6061 aluminum, the really tough, durable, lightweight, but it does have some weight because there's so much of it, but compared to what it would be if it was steel, this is pretty lightweight. 6061 aluminum. Now, still the same thing with the hard anodized anti-scratch and abrasive finish on it that's going to keep the finish looking good for longer. All right, now let me show you about the battery. The other one was 18350 with 1100 milliamp hours. This one is 18650 with 3000 milliamp hours. This is going to last a long time. So if you're out and about, if you're doing something, you don't get a chance to recharge this for a while, for a day or two, it's probably going to hold up pretty daggone well. 3,000 milliamp hours. Now that is not at the maximum capacity at 1,600 lumens on turbo or whatever. It's just not. So that's going to make it drain down quicker. But at normal mode, it's 3,000 milliamp hours. Now, It also works off of a USB-C charger, the same way the other one does. And this also, the same way the other one does, it comes with, let me show you, it comes with a lanyard that also has a couple O-rings, just like the other one had O-rings, and it comes with a charger. Now this charger is actually longer than this one, so you got a long charge cord for this light. It also comes with a owner's manual, stuff like that, to show you how to use it and everything. Now, again, 1600 up to 1600 lumens and 332 meters. Now, I'm going to show you basically how this works, okay? You turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. That's it. You got it? It's a flashlight. That's how it works. That's it, guys. Appreciate you watching. I'm joking. You turn it on. Now what happens is you've got this light right here. All right. Now this light right here is what's going to cycle through your different modes. You turn it on, then you hit this button. It's going to cycle through your high and low. All right. That's what you got, high and low. Now if you double click it, strobe. If you triple click it, SOS. Back on turbo now. Now it's on turbo. 4 clicks is turbo. 3 clicks is strobe, and you can put it into a SOS mode. Now I'm going to be honest with you. There's also a beacon mode on here. I have not figured out the beacon mode. There is a strobe. There is a strobe. There is an SOS, and there's a beacon. The beacon is just a flash, flash, flash. Like if you had a beacon on top of a light pole or on top of a ship. You see the beacon on top of a ship that just flashes. Actually, my hand's up there so you can't see. Just flashes. A steady pulse. Just flash. That's a beacon. So you can literally turn it on and set it there, and it's going to pulse in case somebody's flying over. Now, the strobe is going to be, obviously, it's going to disorient people. It's going to serve its purpose as well. But also you have the SOS, which is literally using a light to put out the SOS, which is what SOS, what Tom Hanks was trying to do in, I'm telling you, Tom Hanks, you messed up, guy. You should have been carrying a Wurkkos flashlight with you. That whole movie never would have happened. We wouldn't know what Wilson was. You wouldn't have lost him in the ocean. He would still be your friend. I'm just telling you, you messed up, buddy. You should have been owning Wurkkos a long time ago, because Wurkkos would have protected you and kept you from all those miseries in life. Now, granted, would you have gotten an Oscar? No. No. But would you have had to knock your tooth out with a skating blade? Nope. Wurkkos, buddy, you messed up. You messed up. I'm telling you. You got to put more thought into your flashlights, big guy. I have no idea what I'm saying right now. No idea. I have no idea. I don't know why you all watch me. I really don't. I think something's wrong with you all, not me. But regardless, I don't know how the strobe works. I will figure that out. But I'm going to tell you right now, these lights are fantastic. What you're getting right here for $35 is insane. Insane. I would tell you if I didn't like them. That Nikkor, I've told you all before, I love that light. But it's dangerous. I wouldn't use that light if I wasn't trained, or if I wouldn't let a kid use it. I wouldn't let people that weren't trustworthy use it. You're starting fires with it. You'll burn yourself if you have it in your pocket. It's not pleasant. I've done it before. There's several down there. They don't have very many modes, or one thing or another, or the batteries run down too quick. It's always something. Because they're flashlights. There ain't no perfect flashlight. Just like there's no perfect knife. There's just, they don't make them. There's always something for everybody. As I say, there's a knife for every hand and a hand for every knife. And the same thing goes with flashlights. We all like something different. But I'm telling you right now, regardless of what you like, if you like flashlights, you are going to love these Wurkkos flashlights. What you get for the price, $35, $46. 35, 46, and we don't have Castaway anymore. I'm telling you, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. Is it worth the $36 to find out? I think so. Regardless, you won't ever be lost on an island. And if a ship goes by, you'll be able to flag them down because you'll have a Wurkkos with you, buddy. Boom. And you can say thank you. I'll wait. Right there you go, guys. I love these flashlights. And they are really, really cool. So thank you, Wurkkos, for sending these out. I appreciate it. I don't know why you would send something like this to me. I have no clue. I don't deserve it. I'm a nobody. Thank you, though. That's all I can say. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love these things. They're awesome. Thank you. You know, so there you go, guys. I will link these in the description below. I'm telling you right now, if you like EDC gear, I would not tell you guys to buy these if I thought they were crap. I just wouldn't do it. I would tell you, try them out if you want to and stuff. But I'm telling you, trust me, I would not lie to you all. I'm telling you right now, these are awesome. Check them out. They are cool. They really are. When you hold them in your hand and that aluminum and how solid they feel and how easy these are to operate. I've got lights over here I still ain't figured out. Super easy to operate. I didn't even read the owner's manual. I just fidgeted with them and I figured it out. They're simple. Is this the 5th time I made the video? Yeah, but that don't matter. Nobody needs to know that part. I don't even know why I told you, but it's neither here nor there. I've already spilled the beans. All right, there you go. I'm done rambling. No, not really. Not really, but it is what it is. All right, guys. I'm Chris, Young Professional Dad. I'll link these in the channel description or in the video description. Check them out. If you want a flashlight, check them out. I'll see you guys next time. I wish you all sharp knives, happy lives, and very, very bright flashlights. Take care.